在路角，人在靜靜說你不好。左手帶手做的你冷冷一笑無道。到我晚，但又絕對味道，多少顆心給你俘虜拋棄，俘虜拋棄，終天遠做。
So you know how in like Mahjong, there's this really good hand, it's called like 13 Orphans, and it's got like all the ones, and then the nines, and then the funny ones with the square, and then the lucky one, I don't know, and then the wins, like it's like win, right? So it's, you know, it's kind of like what I'm doing here. You got like 13 Orphans, you got the individual, you got the special ones, you got the, you know, random keys, right? You know, yeah, I'm gonna be like one of the 13 Orphans after this.
So if I really had to explain, right, this goes back just a few years, back when I used to travel to my hometown in the summers, but there was literally nothing to do there, so I decided I'd stuff my ITX desktop into a suitcase, right, and bring it with me. Then I needed a keyboard to go with it, so I hand-wired this like really rudimentary 25%. It was only like WASD gaming trademark, you know, put that on GQ Essentials. Now fast forward to a few months ago, I'm thinking, wouldn't it just be funny to hold silent switches? That way no one can tell by the sound that it's wrong. And then I could just gaslight whoever wants to try out the board. So they all have different spring forces, and some are tactical and some aren't. Funnily enough, when I actually got the switches, Kyla sent me some of the special ones to try out, and one of them happened to be their loudest switch yet. So yeah, that explains the J key. Yep, it was a sign, man. Kyla actually wanted me to do it, bro. Okay, moving to actually building the keyboard. We got 20 Bobo U4s, which are kind of like the silent cousin at the family Thanksgiving party to the louder U4Ts, T standing for Thuck, because they've been thucking too much about their contribution to the deep state. These are one of two tactile switches, which means like a nice cushion bump when it's actuated, true to the Boba Q-Tan, baby. You know what? Screw tapioca. You gotta get that chewy, like coconut stuff. That stuff is goated, bro. Next, we got the Gazoo Boba Gums. I got these specifically just because they offered them in 52 gram actuation force, which is substantially lower than the other ones, so that would be, you know. We also got the Duroc Shrimps. These are the other tactical switch, and these feel really good even without the lube. Although, you know, don't let nobody call you a shrimp, but little guys always deserve to be lubed up, you feel? And then we got a bunch of switches from Taiwan. We got the fried egg, we got the red bean dessert, we got the midnight and the less midnight, and then the deep oceans. And then the loud one is actually the box summer switch. I guess the idea here is like maybe the incessant crying of cicadas. I don't know, man. Now another crucial component was actually the stabs or the stabilizers. They kind of make the enter key and all the space bars feel solid, bro. This is like a massive change, bro. 10 times better. And we got them lubed up with some dielectric grease, a little thick and a little oddly colored, but it'll last a long time. Props to them because these switches and stabs, in fact, do rock. So for the board, I went with the MW65, which is a KVD67 clone on the cheap. It's a 65 and it's got these slits cut out so that it flexes when you press down on it. It's really nice. And one of the main reasons I chose this was actually for its knob support, which I need in real life because my knob does not work. It's a sandwich mount, which is one weird ass sandwich, man. Think about it. It's got the red bean boba fried egg, bro. I mean, I guess I still would eat that. Oh baby, and now we get to put on the switches. I put them on all randomly. I don't care. It's just how it is. As for the caps, I got a Mahjong themed one. Can't cheap out on these because the PBT is so nice. It does not get greasy and the paint stay fresh like me. For real. No cap. Kill me. I also impulse bought these like sick artisan ones. Dude, this green and everything. Oh my god, bro. Like, I've been trying forever to make these myself, and I mean, here's some examples, but nothing compares. Just so as to show that you should just spend money, bro. Like, that's the answer to everything in this life. But to lean into that Mahjong theme a little bit more, I was thinking of making it look like those old wooden cases that they brought in. I whipped up a nice CAD model and then decided to add a little bit of that traditional woodworking motif. Since the design was pretty complicated, I ended up sending it to a design company for around like $50, and they even had an acetone finishing that left the whole thing nice and smooth. But anyway, the result was really nice. I had this base layer of yellow, and then I went over it with a mahogany with a coarse brush to get that wood grain feel. And then as a final touch, I ended up pouring some emerald resin with some brass flakes in it into the dragon impression, which is pretty awesome when the light comes through it. Okay, here's a sound test for any of those who still care about that. Now I'd attribute the absolutely abysmal WPM to lack of type racer as a kid and not actually to the keyboard its fault. But other than that, I'd call this a massive W for your boy. And yeah, thanks for watching.